welcome to week 11, and you've got 10 weeks of strength and conditioning and fantastic workouts on the bit. And now we're into week 11, and this week and next week for your final week we're going to do supersets, which is something we haven't done with you before, but it's basically a combination of an exercise, then a different exercise, and then you go back to the first exercise. So they're in blocks of 3. So for example, the jump squat, and then you do a reverse lunge, and then you go back to the jump squat. We're working on 20 seconds per exercise. So for those 3, you're not going to have any rest. Once you've done the 3, then you have up to 30 seconds rest. You don't need to take the 30, but it depends on your ability and how you're feeling. And then you go on to the next set of 3, and so on. So there's 18 exercises in total here, and there are 6 lots of 3. Beginners, you do 1 set. But if you're feeling good, week 11, try 2 sets. Don't stick to the plan. If you're feeling you can push yourself that a little bit further. And intermediates, you can do 20 seconds for each exercise. Do maybe 2 sets or even 3 sets. And then the advanced, you can still do the 20 seconds. Make the exercise work. Do deep intensity. Make yourself work and challenge yourself, especially now we're in this week. And you can do 3 sets or even 4, depending how you feel. But really challenge yourself. Remember, form and technique. Even now, okay, you can slack and get into bad habits. So remember the exercise that you're doing, the muscle that you're working. Focus on that muscle. Think about the technique, and you should have it by now. But just good to reiterate that. Right, we'll get going. Obviously, you have warmed up. Yeah, you've either done A starts or warming up on the straps for 5-10 minutes. But really make sure that the blood flow and the temperature is increasing so that we can get into the exercise straight away, especially because that is a jump squat. So let's start. Okay, so we're going to do 20 seconds jump squat, 20 seconds reverse lunge, and then back to the jump squat. And when we go back to that third exercise, you're going to increase the intensity, so really focus on that workload. Important thing with the jump squat is that you're going to have a soft landing every single time and straight into the squat. So no heavy footed, soft landing straight into the squat. Sit back into it. Ready? Off you go. Soft landing, back down into the squat. Focus on the glutes and the hamstrings. All the weight should be behind you. Chest up, not looking forward, so that pushes your knees forward. 5 more seconds. Try and focus on the wall ahead and get higher each time. Right, straight into reverse lunge. You can keep the jump going if you want. If you want to just step it back, get your breath back. But if you want to make it harder, why don't you add a jump? Change. Again, focus on that squat. You can step it back. And we're going ready, back into jump squats again. Off you go. Keep that going, 10 seconds to go. Starting to feel the burn now. Keep the focus, 5. And rest. So give yourselves up to 30 seconds rest. You can take less rest, make it harder for you. Just get your breath back. Right, the next 2 exercises. It's a push up, followed by a push out, then back to the push up. Lengthen your strap, midsection. Ready to go in 5? Into a push up. Body stays flat, nice and light on the toes. Bring the hands towards your shoulders. Take it wide. You can alternate it by taking it narrow if you want, using more of the triceps, but let's use the back muscles here. 10 seconds. Actually, I think that must be 20. Push outs, okay? You might want to step it up a little bit, making sure your core is engaged. Off you go. Focus on that core that's bringing you back, keeping that body as flat as possible. If it's too easy, challenge yourself and step it back. Last 5 seconds. And we're going back into push-up. Challenge yourself for this next 20 now. Back, drive it up. Step it back, make it harder. 10 seconds to go. Shorten them again. Right, next 3 exercises, a pistol, followed by a skater, followed by a pistol. So you might not be going down very far on the pistol, but it's just a single-legged squat. It's a massive move. So don't worry about that and build up strength as you go along. Okay, we will go in 3, 2, off you go. Alternate the pistols. Just that move is fine. Don't rely on your arms too much to bring you up. Okay, they should be loose, but just hold them there to balance. Focus on driving through the weight through that standing leg. Challenge yourself though, you can go a bit lower possibly now. Okay, now we're going to go into skater. So you can step it out, try and get that knee to the floor behind you. Make sure your foot is facing forward, the standing leg. You're working the outside here. Adding a jump if you really want to test yourself. Soft landing. Ready back to the pistol. Now you're going to work it. Ten seconds to go. Last one. And 30 seconds rest. Okay. Next 3. Got a row, followed by a straight arm pull down, and then back into the row. Again, we've done this earlier in the weeks. Every time we think of what exercise you're doing, focus on the muscle. Here we've got the back. So I really want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together as you come up at the top part. Right, we'll go in 10 seconds. Okay, in 3, lean back and squeeze the shoulder blades back, okay? And don't drop, don't just do that and get slack. Keep control, so you're actually working on the way up and back down, getting twice the workout. Squeeze. Don't collapse in the core, keep the core strong. Okay, that's 20. Straight arm pull down. You might be stood straight up here, but the idea is leaning back slightly, power with the straight arm. Slowly lower, again like the row. Power, straight arm. If you're bending your elbows, you're using your arms as opposed to your back muscles. Power, back out. Last one. Good, now intensify it. To make that row, off you go. 20 seconds. Come on, week 11 now. Really push yourself. Overloading those muscles. Keep the neck relaxed. Squeeze at the top. 5 seconds. And rest. Good work. Okay. We finish these with 2 lots of 3 on the floor. So we're starting off with a plank, and then a side crunch, high, and then we do the plank. So get your center, remember, lower the bit to, in fact I'll come over here, lower the bit so that the foot straps are at half shin height. Okay. So, holding the plank, 20 seconds. So, core is engaged. Straight or bent, don't mind which. You've got a preference by now. Straight, slightly harder. Ready to go? Off you go. And hold. Squeeze that core up to the back of your spine. Five seconds to go. Now you're going to do a high crunch. Okay, side crunch. High means you get that bottom in the air, bringing the knees right up to the elbows. Alternate sides, taking it back to the plank each time. 5 seconds to go. Keep that focus. And then back into the plank. 20. Hold your form. Squeeze the glutes together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just hold that plank. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Final exercise. Atomic push-ups, which is the push-up and a mid-tuck. Then you're going to do the bent pike, bent arm pike. Back into atomics. A big, big move this. Okay, so all your focus is obviously for a minute in total. You need to rest, regress it, you can do, but try your best to keep that focus and engage the core the whole time. Right, atomics, this is a push-up. If you're a beginner, you might still be on your knees. Drop down into a push-up, hips and shoulders together, into a plank, and then tuck. Drop the knees, push up, into a plank, then tuck. If you are advanced, intermediate, try the full push-up with a tuck. Full push-up with a tuck. Last one. Right, down into bent arm. And try the pike. You want to try and get your bottom all the way up. Tuck the head under, bring those feet right up to the face. 10 seconds to go. Keep the focus. 5. Last one. Back up into straight arm. And knees down if you want to. Push up into the plank and tuck. Drop the knees. Or do the full push up if you want. Challenge yourself. 5 seconds to go. Last one. Good work. Woo. That's 18 exercises. It's brilliant. So, that's round 1. Beginners, why not do another one? And intermediates, definitely do 2, maybe 3. And advanced, you try and challenge yourself and work up to 4 sets of that. Fantastic workout, but really increase the intensity as you go along. Well done, and you'll look forward to week 12.